Eli and Stiles tie-in. First of all, they look like each other to the mannerisms, facial features to their awkwardness and clumsiness. Eli talks and makes jokes the same way as Stiles did, and he can't help but take himself for a joyride in Stiles' Jeep. Not to mention, he is also on the lacrosse team and is benched in the same way Stiles was. And like Stiles, he can hotwire a car and find trouble wherever he is. Eli's closeness and bond to the sheriff, Stiles' father, is better than his bond with his own father, Derek. They had great chemistry together, similar to the relationship Stiles had with his father, almost like the sheriff was his grandfather. Okay, so I know that's pushing it, but think about it. They didn't want to give him the Jeep for a reason. Forget the reason they came up with about Derek taking the Jeep and fixing it up. That was a weak reasoning that didn't make practical sense to me. It was just uncharacteristic of Derek to be that nostalgic over Stiles' Jeep of all things. It doesn't make sense. Yeah, Derek and Stiles were close, but not that close. I'm not saying that Eli is in theory Stiles' son, but wouldn't it be interesting if it was? That would be a great reasoning behind why Lydia and Stiles really broke up, right? But who knows? This is, in my opinion, what I think really happened to explain why I'm seeing the similarities. I think, and I don't know, but in my own opinion, it was probably this: when the movie was announced, I think the production team originally planned Eli to be Stiles' kid, originally. It would make perfect sense and bring it full circle to the franchise series if this was actually true. That's why, though, through 2.5 watches of the movie, something never sat well with me concerning the relationship between Eli and the Sheriff Stilinski, because he was supposed to be his grandfather, but that's still just my opinion. Let me delve deeper into this explanation and theory. Well, in the series, we saw every other character turn supernatural or werewolf except Stiles, excluding season 3 because he was possessed by the Nakasune for a short while. I think there was also mention on one of the seasons whether Scott should turn Stiles into a werewolf. I don't think Stiles wanted it, but it could make sense if he did have a son 15 years later who happened to turn into a werewolf per se, bitten, just like Scott was in season 1, or even inherited from a werewolf-born mother, possibly. That could have made a good storyline in itself. And then there was the reason why this particular story scenario didn't happen, is because for whatever reason, the Stiles actor didn't want to be a part of it. So I'm not going to talk about that in this video, but the production team probably didn't want to throw out the whole story idea, so they made Eli instead Derek's son, and that's why we see still the residue of similarities between Stiles and Eli. They probably didn't have time to rewrite Eli's characteristics to be similar with Derek, and even though that's kind of sloppy writing, I'm talking from a writer's point of view of my own, it still kind of makes sense. But for now, on every time I see Eli in any upcoming Teen Wolf series or movie, I will be thinking about Stiles. What do y'all think about that? Leave your comments down below.